Greetings, gentlemen and ladies, I am the Old School Game Snob, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at an extremely budget Lightning Fury Javazon. This is a build that you can put together extremely quickly, extremely easily, and it is extremely effective for farming certain locations, certain good locations, such as Pindleskin and Eldritch, the Rectifier, Shenk, the Overseer. She does a really great job at taking down these areas, and this will help you get geared for the later game. Okay, let's take a look at this character build. Let's start with her skills. We have 20 points into Lightning Fury, and that is all we have for the moment. This build really can come together around level 50, 60, so right around level 60 you'll be ready to start farming really effectively in Hell difficulty. I also have 16 points into Pierce to get my Pierce skill up to 82%. I just released a Lightning Fury mechanics video explaining exactly why Pierce is good and explaining how Lightning Fury works, so check that out if you're wondering. But in a nutshell, Pierce makes Lightning Fury way better. Every target which is pierced will set off a chain reaction of lightning bolts that then target nearby enemies. So instead of getting one reaction, you pierce through multiple targets, hit multiple targets with your same throw, and you set off multiple chain reactions of lightning bolts. Eventually you'll want to upgrade to a razor tail belt and get 100% pierce, but for this budget build guide you can just get this up to around 80%. That'll be good enough. You can also put 5 or 6 points into dodge and avoid. These really help with survivability, basically giving you almost a 50% chance to dodge either melee or missile attacks, and that is honestly all that you need. Now you could do some more with this. If you want to spend your points somewhere, you could go into Spear and Javelin, and you could start leveling up the synergies for Lightning Fury depending on what you like best. Charge Strike, Power Strike, and Lightning Strike are all synergies with Lightning Fury. Or if you want some more survivability and defensiveness, you could put some points into Valkyrie. Level 15 Valkyrie can tank like an absolute machine. She is just so powerful and really great at distracting your enemies and keeping them off your back. Alright, so like I said, this is the budget build, and as you can see we've got 75 resistance. Everything except poison is maxed out on resist. Very important in Hell difficulty, really improves your survivability, so you get your resistances up, you get your avoid and your dodge up, and suddenly you're a lot more survivable. Now for strength and dexterity, I recommend enough to wear your gear. In my next guide, I'm going to be doing a godly Javazon build, and that will talk more about dexterity and getting your block rate up to the optimal level and shields to use and stuff like that. But for this build, we are focusing on very budget gear. So enough to wear your gear strength, enough to wear your gear dexterity, and then the rest goes into vitality. Alright, so I did warn you that this is the very budget gear version, but as you can see our resistances are nearly maxed except for poison. For her gloves, I have the very commonly dropped Sanders Taboo for the 20% increase to attack speed. For her weapon, I bought this from Charcy. I bought it because it has a very fast attack speed, and for her javelin actually you don't need anything. I would definitely recommend something more like Titan's Revenge if you have it, but if not, any javelin will do. It really doesn't matter, but what you're looking for is that very fast attack speed so that you can throw your lightning furies more furiously. For her helmet I have a rock stopper. This is just to get her resistances up. That's very easy, right? For her armor, I have the Smoke rune word. This is Nef and Lum, some very easy to acquire runes. This one because it gives you 50 all resistances. And in Hell difficulty, like I say, very nice to get your resistances up. For her belt, I have, again, the very commonly dropped Night Smoke, and that's just because of the 10 to resistances. I gambled up some rings that give her also some resistances, and for her amulet, actually I don't even need the amulet. Amulet doesn't even matter. Like really a lot of this doesn't even matter. For her boots, it doesn't even matter. Anything with faster run walk is perfectly good. For her shield, a perfect diamond shield. Honestly, for what you need to do, you can take off all your gear and buy a javelin from Charcy, and you can still farm the farming area that you need to farm to get all the gear that you really want to get pretty darn effectively without too much problem. So there we go, right? So yeah, that's pretty simple. This is just a very powerful character without any gear whatsoever, and her gear helps her to not die, you know, like I say, get those resistances up. But other than that, it's kind of whatever you want. You get to level 50, 60, you get that super basic gear, and then here's your run. Here's all you need to do until level 88, 90, give or take. And hopefully by then you get a lot of good gear. Step number 1 is, of course, Eldritch the Rectifier. Then next up is Schenk, the Overseer. Sometimes Schenk can have some random guest monster spawns that can be a bit problematic, but for the most part it's not a problem. Very quick and easy to take out, especially since of the huge group of, what are they, Enslaved? Yeah, here. And Schenk can drop some good stuff too. Grand Charm, Eldritch Orb. If I wasn't on a hero editor account, I would probably pick those up, but hey. And then, of course, back onto Haragath, back onto Haragath and Pindleskin. So this is your run. Doing this run, you can probably get a level every 20 minutes, maybe even less if you're level 60, but I did level 80 to 81 in 25 minutes, I think, give or take. Timed it out just to see how quickly it actually went, and it's very, very fast. So you get lots of good gear, and you level up quickly. And then you check out my next guide, the Godly Amazon Build Guide, which is coming up. Ooh, and as for her Mercenary, not really even needed, but if you did have a Mercenary, I recommend the Insight Aura just to help keep your mana up. I also recommend a nice Tal Rasha's helmet or anything with some lifesteal. And the aura is Freeze Aura. Freeze Aura is pretty good. That means that anything that gets close by you freezes and slows down and gives you more time to get away. I interrupt this video to thank the some 25,000 of you who've now subscribed to the Old School Game Snob channel. You guys are gentlemen, rock stars, beautiful souls, and absolutely magnificent human beings. Thank you for the support. Really, I appreciate it. Okay, so I would absolutely be remiss if I did not mention the cow level, the Lightning Fury Javazon, was absolutely designed to destroy the cow level. Poor Mercenary. He doesn't do so well here, but the Lightning Fury Javazon really, really does. I do have one lightning immune fast moving cow here, which is kind of a bit of a grain of sand in my shoe, but yeah. Anyway, Lightning Fury Javazon, cow level, does a really good job of taking down all the cows in mass, even with the most budget gear like you saw before. Oh, I broke my thing. Let's grab another one. There we go. The nice thing about Titan's Revenge is that it replenishes its supply. Anyway, I'm not doing a great job at this, but I think you get the idea. The cow level, good spot for the Lightning Fury Javazon. I mean, look how fast she takes out those cows. That's just something else. So for that one lightning immune, he's just been haunting me this whole little video segment. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video.